They were divided and using the Google and apps as the learning of the Guinness and Pound of Lower Bank in UK, United Kingdom even before a cells as prime the renews and generated from the hot spot as the form of August 20,052 December at the 2020 were transferred by Google Apples of the bank and account and carrying maintained by the Royal Banks in UK instead of earned prime in the every sector's hotspot. The shop as where laundries as the LTD UK have account during the direction ship as a Kundra. In Australia, the prime ship as a police and with mortgage as a how to revenue that generate sales of subscription and to have make the included in a global things that he has Google, whatever he has to organize the opportunity to develop the every constituents and whosoever former mentioned and the value of loans as prime of the condition and the ownerships of the office and platform are transferred in his service. The security and the accountants and the edit of the balance sheet arms primes that reveal that there are outstanding loans for an atmosphere 17.92 lakhs foreigns and the Punja and the March 31, 2090 ideas that the characteristic that the must established Kumra in the direction as prime and the instrumental in the dedication of the subdivision and hustle as the its way of the mode of payments because what was sold in a rice and you get the December the most important things you have to create and you have to whatever you have to do in your own life. Do you want to every sentences like the creation of the rebels and actually the main sentences are coming out from their background. The most important things you would create your own sentences because you created the sentences your talk will be outflow. So most of the your owns and the things you have to must individually you do your work and practice every day. It's more the case of the penalty and after the Dean Tiwari who was the flattening down of the vehicles because in that case the drum vehicles which are already broken and the department barrier he had a motorcycle a bench of justice came John with SR got a lot of the through and the though and there was no discrepancy and the facture of as the crime. The driver did not appear to have the intention of the killing of the police Ramesh because the writing this judgment as the justice Bharat says as there can no serious. That the dispute that the precious and established the main element of the factual illogical and the script of the formation of the breaking and the forest barrier. A position of a disease, Ishai Tiwari, who is opposed of a policeman and wrote the identification of the planet and who are the talk of gas and talking the dedication to make the support and to have to construct the road and that a lot of showing the vehicles attempts to have SI boards and to create your vehicles and the boards of the vehicles the beings taken and from the trucks to a constructed the every roads to have the many books and many materials to have to in have written and so in that case the many materials are the mostly used of the gate of the vehicles and police service as the fallen as the vehicles cleaned and woman by the truck near wheels. However, the bench said if a persuasion and the version that have applied having or that have the applied having to kill disease that have the having coming to kill the disease having the treated to kill disease were to to accepted and cannot be stored, and because of motive animals and against the designs as the proof, a general expression and extreme third the without or the intention and the crime is the cinch of the drug and the laden is the most of the any contingency. It was the used for an illegal and suspected activities that cannot be much, that cannot given too much high. Telangana Labor Minister Mala Reddy later talks of saying on the desk was had mosquitoed at the bow of counter remark that had the water to actually that is not the should be enacted to counter that the cultural script since 2019 in Hyderabad. Police had did 4 of the killings young Westernian. So they claimed the 4 suspected enacted and weapons shot in the police, forcing daily and retaliation. The goal was rapidly and murdered at September 9. Her baby was grabbed at the death scene in the accused of more actualism and protest and the candlelight vigil of the part of the city. Police officials said that a village claimed he has a train approaching that had the suspected attendants and to have the raised alarm and ignored how to jump and from the train as he said. If you want to do every question, if you want to every information that you have to information you create, but the more things you have to daily quizzes, the more ability and more ability to understand the sentences, more ability to understand the mistakes, to have practice man's man perfect. You know most of the things the students will create your own sentence because you can't do how to realize and how to understand the sentence because the most of the students in that case who know every student who know how to write and read English. In that case who how to practice English, how to do English, he does not know. So in this case, I will talk about if your background is not a Hindi English medium and if you not know how to speak English, you must be go through the any newspaper and story books. You highlight the words ready daily. You have to read the words and daily you have to read the one chapters also. And you have to necessary to highlight the words. Whatever you have to don't know the vocabs, you highlight the word. After that, you have to read in. You have to capture that word and translate from the Google, and you write a note in a personal notes, and you have to study. After that, you have to create your own mind sentences. Think in English, listen in English, and create your own mind sentences. Because whenever you have to listen the English conversation and you have to listen the English newspapers, so you must be create the own mind sentences and think in every mind whatever you have to say in Hindi. You create first in English. After that, you have to try more and more to speak in English because everything if you not speak in English you can't learn English. If you speak English you easily improve your English. So I will suggest most of the students you fault that in in learning in English. So he don't practice only writing, only written and only as a study, not practice for English. So and one more thing is you interact with each other. Where whatever have to do in your college, village and every out area that you have to interact with each other in English because when you have to try to interact with each other in English, then you easily gain your English. Most of the students, if you want to improve your English, whenever you have to go market and also market and visit places also. So you have to create online sentences and interact, try more again to speak others, because this makes to your improve English. And I would like to suggest this: if you want to build your English, then you also go through the basic grammar and you strong your basic grammar rule and basic concept of vocabs. If you understand the vocabs, basic grammar rule, whatever you have to do in your life, you create your online sentences, and must be learned from the YouTube channel also, and take any YouTube channel and do practice also. And you have to take also mirror and your mobile phone camera and go through that, and you have to speak with your own mind and speak whatever you have to say, wrong or right, but you will have to speak and try more and more again. So most of this and last I will say that uh, if you have any queries or questions related to English speaking, then you have to easily you can have to easily ask me for without any hesitation. And I also when I starting the English speaking, I also how to speak English, I also very feared, because I don't know how to speak English. When I go any dais or podiums, then I also fearing very how to create sentences, how to create online sentences and create the verbs, how to implement the verbs and vocabs also. So these are the things that I also faced in my when I learning English. Now I am also learning. Now I also want to fluent my English. So I will interact with you. So if you have any query, so you have to comment in comment box. So thank you.